Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's your boy Jeremy Alexander Newsome with reallifetrading.com. Hope you're doing absolutely wonderful. So, the market today, a little bit of Fed announcement, nothing giant or major. I got two drawings on here as of now, and yesterday, here's my analysis. If SPY breaks a low of day from today, which was yesterday, which it did, we will likely be experiencing some lower lows in the future. Now, I don't know exactly when the future is going to be. Technically the future is tomorrow or any second previous from when I'm speaking right now, but you guys know what I mean. I do think we're probably in something like this right here. Brad had a very similar comparison where we broke, bounced up, and then rolled down a little bit. So I'm not saying that I'm going short right here. I will say I'm looking for a potential short if a good one appears. I'll be looking for a candle or some kind of good reversal in the hourly or 4 hour or the daily chart. But realistically, great chance we do a little bit of this, and then some flavor of September, we make some lower lows. So I'm just going to be a little bit patient about what I'm getting into. Bullish, at least for right now. I don't have a lot going out there. But I like the lower shadow on the SPY. Here's the Qs. Love the lower shadow on the Qs, in fact, because I'm still in Apple. Took some little AAPL, nice little doji today. Digging this. Hoping the 10 trades up higher. And here's my notes on Apple if you guys want to read them. As long as Apple doesn't close below the 10 EMA on the daily, it should hit the 112 target by next week, end of next week. That's my thoughts, so feel free to go ahead and jot it down. Week and a half. Long as it doesn't close below the 10, it should bounce. Nice little evening star reversal pattern right here. So yeah, close below the 10 tomorrow. Probably just going to go ahead and escape that trade. If it bounces off the 10 and trades up into 112, it's exactly what I want to happen. And that's pretty much it on Apple. Here's Square. A few of you are in Square. Leaving this one alone, let it do its thing. Might end up losing on this particular trade. It's not working out amazingly well thus far, but moving averages are doing their thing. Just going to leave it alone. Only been in the trade 3 days. Usually, if the trade doesn't work out well in 4 days' time, it won't be a home run. So if this trade doesn't start doing that in the next few days, it probably won't be a home run. So just a little bit of an update. Do have a new bearish position out there, actually. So we got two bullish positions and a bearish position on Activision, ATVI. A lot of volume yesterday, broke a support, kind of looks like a very ugly double top, and I wanted a retest since this was a retest gap. Black candle gapping down. Limit sale was 39.75, triggered in today, and hoping for something like that. That's my plan. Don't know if it'll happen, but if the market does start tanking, that should work, hopefully. And if the market goes really, really bullish, hopefully Apple or Square will work out. So got ourselves nicely diversified. I dig that. Twitter, ticker symbol TWTR. I forget who's in this particular position, but Twitter, back in here, I know David Lane scored some very nice gains on Twitter. Close above 1689. I did not take this trade. Both of those were for perspective. So for me, meaning if it closed above there, I'd be more bullish than bearish. If it closed below, I'd be more bearish than bullish. I didn't take the trade, but we did think Twitter was going to bounce in a wave 4. And even though I didn't do the analysis, I didn't personally take the trade, I know a lot who did, and that's the point, right? My analysis is just, I can't trade everything, so I'm here to get better, help other traders get better, and to enrich lives. That's the mission of real life trading. But here was our analysis on Twitter before earnings, kind of a while ago. And here it is. A lot of you guys have seen this. Twitter wave count. So I did mention and think and anticipate that we would have a pullback and that we would trade into a higher wave 5. And we can see that's exactly what we did. We trade down and then bounce almost to the day that I drew that wave 4. So that was the bounce on earnings, and it just rocketed. So great analysis for anyone who played Twitter. Trade to a resistance, and a few people are going short now, looking for a little bit of a smaller correction on TWTR. Micron Technology, ticker symbol MU. Vinny Patel crushing this one. This analysis was based on this gap right here. Initially tried this bullish entry above the high of the July 25th bullish gap and go candle. Obviously that did not work. Traded down, formed a hammer-ish candle, had another nice bullish candle right here. These two candles back to back had the exact same high. So a break above that high was bullish, boom, and that happened. I didn't take that trade because I was on a cruise ship, but Vinny did, and Vinny Patel, great trade, looks nice. I agree, Micron looks phenomenal, liked it back here. My good buddy Brian Noel, who lives in Denver, I think still might have a copious amount of shares on Micron. So good job, buddy. Well done. Microsoft, Msft. Microsoft had a little bit of a bearish gap yesterday. Vlad is in this one bearish, and there's a good resistance right here. I kind of anticipate Microsoft to pull back a little bit and then potentially bounce off of that, more than likely. It is a small bearish gap. I do agree. It does have a feel for a bearish move. I agree with that as well. I don't have any particular position on Microsoft. I know they just paid dividends, and that's kind of what the gap was from. So I don't think that's a bad thing, right? I think it could trade down a little bit lower, and it'll be a buy the bounce based on this really, really strong bullish gap and go back here. So the edge, in my opinion, is still bullish on Microsoft, but you definitely have a warning signal as of yesterday. I don't have any position on Microsoft. Here's Baidu. Had a few traders looking to trade Baidu on a breakout after this day being Monday, the 15th of August. And my analysis was a limit buy on a pullback at 171.25 with a stop at 162.74. Looks like we got ourselves a 3-day pennant with volume declining. So if Baidu can make a higher high in the next 2 to 3 days, one could increase the stop or look to get in bullish if you're not already in. I'm not going to personally do this trade. Baidu's the devil for me. I can't trade it profitably if I want to save my life. Here's a good resistance on Baidu at 185, and then the next target would be this trend line. It appears that we're in a giant triangle on Baidu. Here we go. Huge triangle. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out and what it does. My buddy Matt is in ticker symbol FDC, and he's hanging into that one. Nice little volume the last 2 days. Here's your exponential moving averages. Good looking pennant pattern right now. Probably gonna have to wait another 2 to 3 weeks for that pressure to build and then really hopefully break out above that. So yeah, nice little retest gap. It definitely is pulling, or definitely has pulled back, retested that gap, and is doing its best to bounce. Here's Urban Outfitters, had a huge gap today. URBN, massive gap, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be keeping my eye on this one. Edge is bullish, pretty much unequivocally. You definitely have some resistance right here from back in 2015 with that gap action. Strong gap acting as resistance. So realistically, a few days of a sideways move and then a pop, and I'd be looking to play Urban Outfitters bullish. It's on my radar. Don't have any positions on it, waiting to see what happens. And last but not least for today, Flower Foods for my buddy Michael Clark. He's saying this one looks like a blood in the streets kind of move, and that Warren Buffett would like to buy this one. He said that, meaning that the trend, I don't actually know if Buffett wants to buy it, but it's been around for a long time. Huge leader in the industry. It is in a long-term bullish trend. Here's the long-term bullish trend, and we're coming back down to some buy low, sell high. So it will be a longer-term investment. One of my, the blue chip buy and hold dividend kind of traders. This is one you could consider if that's kind of your fancy. Otherwise, overall, FLO looks good. And I might as well just say that I am looking very closely for another bullish trade on your boy Netflix. If it breaks above 97.01, preferably tomorrow, Friday, or Monday, I'm going to hop in bullish with calls. So keeping a close eye on Netflix. Yeah, so pretty excited about that. Anyway, I'll keep an eye on it. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for being here. You guys absolutely rock. I will catch you on the flip side, which will be Friday. 2 days from now with another free real-life stock review. If you have any stocks you want me to review for you, any questions you have for me, message me, jeremy@reallifetrading.com. You can find me on Twitter @NewsomNuggets. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook. We drink all the social media Kool-Aid. We're there to enrich lives. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching this video. You rock. See you Friday. And until then, remember, love life, live life, and trade it. See you.